Hi, my name's Brian, and I make these videos. Earlier on this year, I made a video about hair products just because I don't use much and I have a lot of hair. And it was like a guide to people who don't use products, and after me having used a couple of products, saying how I like them and stuff. So I thought, let's do a part two. In my last one, I think I mentioned gel, mousse, and wax. Hair wax. All those three things. And this one I will talk about three more things, and that will be dry shampoo, hairspray, and sea salt spray. So it's all very sprayy today. Just to preface this, just like I had said in my other video, I don't use a lot of product. I just don't like product for some reason. Just because it's not... I just don't like the way it feels most of the time. But, you know, I have tried all of these products in one form or another, but these are my opinions and take them very carefully because I'm already a skeptic and I'm not the biggest fan of products anyway, so yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But that being said, let's get straight into it. The first thing I wanted to talk about was hairspray. So hairspray is best for medium to longer hair, but it is actually kind of universal. You can use it for any length of hair. It's used more often as a secondary product, so it's a finishing product and not necessarily the actual product that you want to hold your hair, because it does not have that much hold. It's not that strong. It's good for maintaining your natural texture because it doesn't weigh it down, it's quite light, it's not that much effort, so it's great, especially for when you have hair like mine, which is like barely wavy, has very little texture as it is, and the slightest of weight can just straighten it out and make it look really bad. In my personal opinion, I don't really use hairspray. I have a tube of it and it's not the best. I'm pretty sure it's not the best because I bought it cheap and I don't really care. I don't think I would even use it if it was, because you can get varying holds of hairspray, but for me, if I want to use a product, I would use a product where it's just one product instead of two products at once, because I just don't... I feel like I have this thing in my head which just goes, the second you use product, you're damaging your hair. And you're not. You're not. Like, product is not damaging for your hair, but tell that to my upbringing. Hairspray is actually really good, though, because for my cousin's wedding, I used mousse and hairspray, and the hairspray was a finishing product, and for the first day I used for the first day I used the mousse and the hairspray, and I had my hair like, this isn't how I would have my hair, but I had like a little bit of a flip over, hairsprayed it, and then it held for the entire day, and whenever the photos were taken it was good. But then for the second day I went home after the first day, and then I washed it all out, and it was excruciatingly hard to wash because it was mousse, and it was just like... And the mousse and the hairspray were really, really hard to wash, and I hated it, and it felt like my hair was plastic after I was washing it. And then, so the second day I put the mousse in, I put a very little amount of mousse in, and I was like, I don't want to object my hair to another day of hairspray, I don't want to do that to my hair. And then the second day's pictures just went full on curtaining it out at all points, and you know, it wasn't a look that I wanted, and I really hated the pictures, but you know, it's not my day, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I would recommend it if you are doing a good look. It's worth putting in the effort. Like, 2 days of damage is difficult, but it can be sorted if you just take care of it and just kind of make the effort in putting the treatments and the care or the masks or whatever the hell that people do. Just do something like that. And the second thing is sea salt spray. So sea salt spray is something that I put on when I first started growing my hair, and it's great because it just gives you a bit more texture. So when it works for any length of hair, to be honest, more medium to long, just because you need some length for the sea salt spray to actually work. The salt works as a dry shampoo, so it kind of takes away some of the grease of your hair. So it can be kind of used as a dry shampoo, but not always possible. It makes the hair more wavy, it gives it more texture, I used this back when I had straight hair. So when I had short to medium hair, like it only ever got to about a medium, like it never really got anywhere. It was like much shorter. But when I had shorter hair, I would use this, and it was good because it would give it a bit of texture, and then I grew it out, and then it just turned into this. So who knows? It does really work. I swear by it. It works. I would say apply it to damp hair for it to kind of have the most natural effect. I mean, you're not... Either way, whenever you put it in, it's going to look natural because that's the whole point of it. It's just like you've been in seawater and your hair is slightly textured. But for me, when you put it in damp hair, the feeling is slightly better. If you put it to dry hair, it can make the hair feel like chalky and crispy. I don't know how to better describe it by those words, but it's just that disgusting kind of really dry feeling and then crispy feeling because it just feels like it's hard, and that's just not great, but either way, whether you do it to wet, damp or dry hair, it always has that bit of talk. But that's with my product. So again, if you buy another product, if you buy one that's more expensive or one that's works differently, I have heard of ones that just completely don't have that chalky feeling. So if you do the research, then maybe. Also, you can make your own. So for me, even before I was a student here, like when I was in high school and stuff, that was something that I did, and I made my hairspray, and it's good because then you kind of controlling the ingredients that you put into it, and you know which ingredients that you put in that are better and which ones that are a bit more expensive and you probably don't want to. In my personal opinion, I actually love this, and I would use it, and every summer I think I do use it a little because it's a fun way to kind of change up your hair without too much commitment. Last one I want to do is dry shampoo. So dry shampoo is something that I have recently discovered just because I've been growing out my hair and it's not so good to wash your hair too much. I was really, really convinced to wash my hair more so now than before because there was more of it and there was more sweat going on and there was more stuff going on. It just felt like it got dirtier quicker. But you shouldn't wash your hair too frequently, and so because it's good for like the oils to build up and stuff. So I don't wash my hair as frequently as I used to. However, when you have textured hair, either way, no matter what hair you have, it gets oily and it gets greasy, and that's never a good look. But when you have like textured hair, like even this is like one day, second day hair, I don't know. I've slept on this for a day, and so it kind of loses its curl, and because the weight of your head and stuff is like weighing down on it, it loses its curl and it just becomes a little flat, and you don't want that. And so this works well because it texturizes it and it's great, and it just kind of bumps it up a little and gives it a bit more life. One thing that I've realised with this hair is that you can look like shit at the end of the day, but if you look like shit at the beginning of the day, you're like a trash person who makes the worst life choices. So, hence I bought dry shampoo. It works well at reducing that kind of greasy, flat look and gives texture. My personal opinion is that the one that I bought, which was this Tony and Guy one, it feels and smells so much like a deodorant. I still like it though. It works when you're in a bind, and it kind of gives you some of that texture. You do lose that texture throughout the day. And it's not impossible to brush out, which is always a good thing. I mean, it's not as nice a feeling as washing your hair is. Like, it's not as great as clean hair. That would never suffice. But it works when you're in a bind. But my pro tip for this is that if you are in... I love how I say pro tip, like I've done this a lot. I've worn it twice. But just make sure that you don't apply it too close to your head or too much, because, too much is just because it will make your hair feel weird. But too close, because it does leave white marks like deodorant does if you put deodorant on too close to something, or certain deodorants do. So just don't put it on too close to your head, because once I did have like this littlest, faintest white streak, and I had to kind of hope that no one noticed it as much as I did. But yeah, I hope this has helped, and I hope that you have learnt as much as I have, and this will save you some money and help you to know which things that you should buy and which things that you should probably stay away from. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the video, make sure to like it, and if you want to see more videos like it, make sure to subscribe. I will link the old video with the gel, mousse and wax down below, and make sure to watch it and check it out. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.